In this video, we're going to show you how to go about creating a design similar to this "I'd rather be playing baseball" design. Now, what I've done here is I've created kind of a basic template with just some text. Now, the font that we're using in this example is an impact font. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to take this text, first of all, and make it 9.5 inches wide, because that's what I'm doing the design as. And this one, we're going to do something different in that we're going to eliminate this word. I am going to make this a little bit bigger, however. We'll do something like that. And in this case, we're going to be doing fishing. So then we take this text, we'll convert it to curves. And then we'll take fishing and we'll make it the same width as I'd rather. So we're going to do something like that. So we're just going to hop out here to the internet and look for some type of fish that we want to use for this example. And I want to deliberately use this one because it's not a very quality image. So we're going to copy that, come back over here and paste it into our document. And then we're going to convert this to using trace. We're going to convert it to a vector object. And let's go over here to colors, and we're going to just take all these colors and we're going to merge all of them together. So it's like that. So then we have this. And then all we're going to do is just clean this vector up just a little bit. We don't have to do much to it. Let's go ahead and delete our bitmap. We just need to touch it up just a little bit here. So we'll delete that. And we're going to delete this. Put that back to align. And we'll just edit this up a little bit. You could spend as much time as you want kind of touching that up. I just wanted to touch it up just a little bit here. There we go. We'll do something like that. And so let's just say we're happy with this fish. So let's go ahead and give it a different color just so it's a little bit easier to see. And then we'll make it a little bit bigger here. And then you can kind of play with it a little bit. Maybe you want to flip it around so it's going the other way. Maybe that'll work out a little bit better, whatever the case might be. So then all I would do here is go ahead and apply a little bit of a contour. Doesn't have to be much. We'll break that contour apart by right-clicking, choose Break Contour Group Apart. And then we'll take this piece, this contour piece, and our text, and we'll trim each piece of text. You have to do that too. Trim. A little tip is we could have grouped our text together first and then done one trim. Otherwise, we have something like that. So we'll go ahead and we can go ahead and make that black, or we can go ahead and do it a different color too. So then we're left with something like this. So we'll go ahead and throw a weed box around it. And then, of course, we can add our watermark here with Easy Stone. And then we have our finished product. We can go ahead and export our proof for the web from there. So that's just one example of how we could go about creating a design like that. All right. So then we'll do another example, a little bit different example. Well, maybe we'll use one of these examples here just to show you some more specifics. So again, we're going to grab our text tool, and what I did is I started out by just typing out the wording. So I'd rather, and then we're going to do a be playing one. So we're going to be playing. And let's see, what do we want to do? Tell you what, let's try tennis. I haven't done a tennis one. So let's do tennis. We're going to select all of those, come into our font manager here, find impact, and change those all to impact. We're going to select all of those and convert to curves right here using this option on our toolbar. Then we're going to take the B-plane and make it the same width as I'd rather. Not sure what's going on there. And then tennis, we're going to make the same width as B-plane. And we're going to stretch tennis out a little bit. And then the spacing between our lines of text, we want to make sure we have minimal spacing between our lines of text, something along those lines right there. So let's go back out to the internet here and let's type in tennis silhouette. See what we get here. Let's go over to images. And what do we like? Well, let's see here. Maybe this one's a good one. Okay, so we need to convert that. So we're going to copy that image. We do need to convert it to a vector. And when you copy and paste, it's always going to put it right there in the middle of our document. So let's, first of all, use our low quality outline trace here in CorelDRAW. And most times it'll do a good enough job. So let's take, I'd rather be playing tennis. Let's make that 9.5 inches wide. And then we could put our little tennis girl right inside of here. And let's go ahead and make it fit a little bit better. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. We'll leave it like that. All right, so this one we're going to do a little bit different. First of all, let's take our text. So I'm selecting one piece of text, holding my Shift key and selecting the other two pieces. And let's first of all group those together. So we can use Easy Stone or we can just Control G here in CorelDRAW. So now all three of those are grouped together. And then we're going to take our tennis girl and hold our Shift key and select our text. And we're going to choose this option right here, which is our intersect option. We don't really see anything happen, but if we give it a color and move our tennis girl, now you can see we have an action there, right? So now we're going to go ahead and before I go any farther, I'm just going to duplicate this because we'll show a couple of different options here. So then to finish this first design, we're just going to apply a small contour to our tennis girl here. Right click on that contour and choose Break Contour Group Apart. Then select our contour, Shift key our text, choose Trim, and then we're going to delete our tennis girl, delete the black piece you see here, and that will reveal the finished design. Okay, so there you go. That's what I'd rather be playing tennis looks like. Now, sometimes it looks good. Sometimes there's too much of our image missing, which I think is the case here. I think it would look better if we just applied a small contour. So that's another option. Just go ahead and apply a small contour. Right click on that contour to break it apart. Then select the contour in our text and trim it away. And then delete our contour here. And then just leave it like that instead. So then that would be our finished product. And there's enough of the text showing that I think it's still plainly readable that, you know, I'd rather be playing tennis. Or we have this option over here as well. So it just really depends on which option you want to go with. But those are basically the two options that you have. And then you can decide, you know, depending on what image you're working with, what actually looks better. But at least now you have a better understanding of what the process is. And then you can decide what images you want to use or what fonts you want to use for this type of effect and kind of go from there. Thanks for watching.